Capcom on Switch 2 feels like 7th gen. You might think when I say that I'm criticizing the Switch 2's graphical limits. Well, no, it's more nuanced than that. To illustrate what I mean, let me take you back to 7th gen. And you cannot mention 7th gen without mentioning Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. I think it goes without saying these games were a big fucking deal. I honestly don't think I need to get into the cultural impact this series has had, so we'll leave it at that. Of course, they're released on PS3 and Xbox 360 to astronomical acclaim. But here's the interesting thing. When you actually go back and play those games on those original systems, they run horribly by today's standards. Constant frame rate dips in action-heavy sequences. Grand Theft Auto 4 specifically runs on an uncapped frame rate, meaning it never just sits at a comfortable 30 FPS, which is a mercy at least Grand Theft Auto 5 allowed. And if I was some sort of spoil sport chud time traveler, I went back to 2008 and addressed all of the technical flaws to someone playing the game when it's fresh. They'd probably say, dude, what are you talking about? This game is the tits. And you know what? They would be right, because the game is really good. I mean, back then people just didn't care as much about refresh rates, let alone what those two words even meant. It's such an easier mindset to have, just to sort of enjoy the game on its merits and not get bogged down by technical issues. So in summary, the mindset is, who cares, the game is fun. And that's the mindset I find myself having with a lot of Switch 2's third-party games, especially Capcom's releases. If I could nail down 3, Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil, Pragmata to be more specific. And I'm not knocking the quality of these versions, they're solid versions. But through a technical lens, yeah, they do fall short on some aspects. More specifically, low-res textures in some places and a choppy frame rate sometimes. Oh, I'm also not a fan of Leon's vampire teeth. What the fuck happened there? They literally look like the prosthetic teeth Topher Grace wore in Spider-Man 3. Also, this shit happened once. Also, I don't think this is a Switch exclusive oversight, but look, they totally left the mouse cursor in this demonstration video. How did they miss that? I'm not crazy, right? That's a mistake, right? That's not meant to be there. Anyways, my point is I'm willing to look past the graphical shortcomings, because that's exactly what people 15 years ago did. I mean, I suppose you could argue analog TVs helped mask choppy frame rates and gamers were more so oblivious rather than forgiving. But that's not fun. I want to justify my purchase. Playing games on my Switch 2 is so fucking easy. If I want to play Resident Evil on my PC, I gotta get up, fucking turn on my PC, wait for it to boot up, log in, oh wait, sorry, there's an update. Log in again, open Steam, oh shit, Steam has to update too. And then Steam opens, and then finally I can play. With my Switch, I can be offline, like I can just pick it up, turn it on, no, what the fuck, that's not right. Hold on a minute. Okay, here we go. So we just turn it on, god damn it! Alright, making me look like a fucking idiot, alright, fucking hold on a second. Fucking there. That's why the Switch is great, because you just turn it on and it works. Also, let me get on my high horse here for a minute. At least with Switch 2 you can buy physical cartridges so you can actually own the games. Is what I would say.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Well, I don't need you anymore. Okay, I think we're getting a bit off topic here, so let's just wrap this up. Wait, I just realized I haven't even spoken about Street Fighter 6 yet. You know what? Actually, there's nothing wrong with this version. This is just as good as the other versions. In fact, this makes Resident Evil and Pragmata look worse. You know, fuck it. Those versions suck. Just play the PC versions. To be genuine for a second, it just seems that our standards for visuals are higher than ever. Games nowadays can look like actual movies. They can look incredible. So I'd say a lot of people just sort of have that high standard whenever they go to play a game, which I don't always think is the right mindset to have. And when you're playing a game, you should want to play the game to play a game. And what's interesting is that there's an unverified rumor going around claiming that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming to Switch 2. So I'm extremely curious to see how that'll turn out, if it's true. I really hope it's true. That would be a full circle moment. Well, this is the end of the video. I'd just like to address a few things. Obviously, this is a new type of video format I'm doing. Sort of these silly little commentary videos. I'm just sort of messing about here. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it. And, if you could suggest something to talk about, let me know. Thank you very much for watching.